Going off-grid, cheap DIY solar part 3. We're going to go over running in series and running in parallel, going with the solar panels. So on the back of your solar panels, you're going to have a negative and a positive terminal. This is just like your negative and positive 12 volt in your car, if you're familiar with that. DC electricity just has negative and positive ground and the hot wire. So I find the easiest way to understand parallel and series is taking AA batteries, because that makes sense to me. So we have some AA batteries here. Each AA battery is 1.5 volts, okay? That is just standard. You've got your positive side and your negative side. Now, if you run these together, say, I'm sure you've seen these go into a flashlight and they touch the positive to the negative, all of a sudden you've created a negative and a positive. It's now, instead of 1.5 volts, it is 3 volts. So this essentially is now a 3 volt battery. So if you were to run 6 batteries together, you would have a 9 volt battery. And you could essentially run some of your electronics that run off of 9 volt batteries by running these together, 6 of them, and using your negative back here, and we'll say there's 6 here, you would go all the way to your positive. So just to recap on that, we've got 1.5 volts per battery. Now we've got positive, negative. When you butt them together, I've got the positive here butting into the negative. Now all of a sudden it is 3 volts. Now I butt this positive into this negative. All of a sudden I've got 4.5 volts. So like I said before, this panel right here, it is 18 volts already. If I'm doing a 12 volt system, in theory, I could run this panel straight to a charge converter and run it straight to my battery and be able to charge just fine. We discussed in a previous video that your 12 volt battery, the 12 volts is going to have a harder time traveling through wire. It's just the way volts work. You can look it up, you can look into it, try to understand electricity, but if you just want to take my word for it, it's truth. The higher the volts, the smaller the wire it can travel through. So if you're going to have a long distance in between your solar panel and your charge controller to your battery, 12 volts is going to be really expensive to try to get all of your juice, all of the wattage into your charge converter. So what do? I'm glad you asked. So here's what you do. You're going to take your solar, and I'll need you to use your imagination. Remember on the back of the solar where we had negative and